Hello, you're listening to another episode of The Conversation with Tim McKain, where I interview entrepreneurs, business leaders, community leaders, influencers, and world changers. And today we have Tomeka Allen. She is the founder and creator of I Inspire Productions. She has produced several plays, and she's also done a great short film, Sarte Bartman, that was released last year. We have
hmm
Tomeka Allen. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good.
Yes, ma'am.
Doing
Yes,
pretty
ma'am.
good.
So when did your passion for filmmaking and playwriting begin?
Um, I guess when I was in school, I went to UNC Greensboro, and I started off as a voice major,
Mm,
and and then like God laid it on my heart to change my major to drama, and I was like, okay, actually it was through a dream. Is what how it really happened, and so after that dream, I changed my major. And it's like the best thing that ever happened to me. And I started off acting. And then after that, taking classes, directing classes and whatnot, taking, a whole bunch of theater classes, and then I took acting for the camera and stuff like that. It just evolved, and I started to do my own pieces at school, my capstones, and they really took off. My teachers were like, "Okay, you got something," and so that's how it all started.
that's amazing. That's amazing. So who were some of the filmmakers and playwrights that you grew up idolizing or liking their style?
You know what? When I was younger, I wasn't into plays like that. It wasn't
Mm,
until I started school, like I didn't even know that this was something that I would be doing. I
mm,
wasn't exposed to any of that. I grew up in the country, Oxford, North Carolina, and like the only thing that I thought I was good at was singing. So
mm,
I remember the first play that I read was A Raisin in the Sun by Langston, Hughes. So
yeah.
that's about all I really knew about plays. I thought that was awesome, you know. But right now, um, I love, as far as film, I love what Jordan Peele is doing, Ava DuVernay, Shonda Rhimes. There's just a lot of people, um, driven by this the National Black Theater Film Festivals.
Hmm.
I've learned about a lot of playwrights and things of that nature. So um, just people think, oh my God, you just must know everything about theater. No, I didn't get into this until like 2000. Whew, 2007. 2007. So, I didn't get into it until around that time. Yeah.
I got you. I got you. So you originally went to school for voice acting, and then it became about drama. So you became an actress, and then it progressed. But what
No,
was the
voice, not voice acting.
not voice acting, singing,
No, I'm singing. Yeah.
singing?
Yeah.
You went from singing to acting. Um,
hmm
what was that transition like? And when did you begin to feel confident in your writing and creative process?
Um, the transition from going from singing to acting was a breath of fresh air because I'm not going to talk about singing like that, but the singing was more so going towards opera. So that's not a genre that I wanted to like focus on or compete or anything with. So that's that transition. As far as the writing process, been writing since I was a little girl.
Mm,
Poetry and little novelettes that came to my mind. So when I took my first playwriting class, it was like a whole new world. I was like, oh my God, they weren't as strict on grammar
mm,
and subject, like, I mean, subject verb agreement is very important, but like it's just the possibilities, to um explore different dialects and explore cadence and how people talk, from different cultures and things of that nature. From my culture, how we speak, where I come from, it was just a freedom a liberation to just be who I am and express myself, and then learn the structure and how to format and stuff like that. So it was very liberating. So I learned a lot. I learned a lot.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. That's amazing. So what is it like as a creator, someone who creates art during this pandemic? What are some of the struggles that you had to face, but also maybe some of the benefits?
Um, um, I'm gonna say that the struggle is you not being able to be around people as much, having to limit your exposure to people, and with the masks and everything, there's always that chance that something could be transported to somebody else, or transferred, I should say, to someone else. So there's that risk, and I just recently shot a film in my home,
Mm,
and so I had to, like, okay, normally I will have more people come over and stuff like that, but I was like, we got this many crew, my house is this big, and so we're just going to limit it to the actors that's in it and the crew, and that's it.
mm,
um but the benefits is I have had time to write and create more, to come up with things and to get some stuff done that I haven't been able to just sit down and get done, to be able to focus. And I have ideas and new ambitions to go along with what I got going on. So that's the good thing about it. Just time to focus. Yeah.
yes, ma'am. So um the first time I met you, you actually had produced this movie called I Am Sarah Bartman. Who is Sarah Bartman?
Sarah Bartman, born in South Africa, taken from South Africa and exploited all over. Um, she is a woman that uh, you got me answering everything today. She is a woman that affects each and every woman in this world, because though she was exploited and enslaved and made to do horrible things, the world kind of sort of like patterned themselves after her. Black women, white men, like everybody was trying to have that big, you know, um, bottom.
Mm,
And then the women are all trying to have the small little waist,
mm,
and the men even did it too. Everybody was trying. Yeah, that's something that I didn't bring out in the movie, but it's like everyone wants to be, have that body, yet they persecuted her so much, and they paraded her around naked, and they just dehumanized her and whatnot. She just affects the entire world. And then women, Black women, sometimes we allow ourselves to be exploited, and we don't really love ourselves or embrace who we are. So Sarah is someone that I learned from,
mm.
to love myself, and to respect myself, and to not allow myself to exploit myself or anyone to do that to me. So I learned a lot from Sarah, and that's just a little bit of what I learned from you know working on that movie.
Yes,
So
ma'am. So what led you to create that story? Was it to show her strength, to show her resolve?
uh when I came across her it's a documentary that I seen on YouTube a while back. It troubled me. It
Mm,
troubled me so much that, I'm the type of person that I respond to pain.
mm,
And most of the time there's something that I'm gonna write that's coming out of that pain. So I felt her pain, and so I had to automatically start writing. And so I wrote that monologue in 2000. I wrote that monologue in 2006. And I didn't do anything with it until like 3 or 4 years ago.
wow.
So I just kept it, and people were like, "You need to do something with that. You need to do something with that." And I was like, "Okay, I'm finally gonna do it." So
Yes, ma'am. So what is success to McKain?
success.
What does success mean to you?
Uh, Success to me is the ability to create and being able to continue to create. And it is also touching someone else, you know, being a positive influence or having a major impact on someone else's life, whether it be 1, 2, or 2 million. You know what I'm saying? If what I can do can touch someone, or motivate or inspire someone, I've done my job. And three, to make enough money to to just be able to motivate and inspire people all over the world without having to work 2, 3, 4, 5 jobs. You know what I'm saying? To
That's
just
a
be
fact.
able to, to me, that's success. Being able to touch people, and of course, everything I do is motivated by God or whatever. So it's just spreading Him around. Just being able, I just want to just create, and I just want to just spread all this love and all the things that God has put inside of me. I just want to spread them all around and not have to be worried about the other stuff. And I'm not worried because I know that those things will come if I don't give up. But I'm just grateful to be able to do it, because when I'm not creating, I'm not too happy. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
I'm not too happy. So,
Yes,
yeah.
ma'am.
Hmm.
So, my last question to you is, let's say a little girl, and this probably already happened actually several times. But what happens? What would you tell a young girl or young boy who wants to be a filmmaker, a playwright, a producer? Like, what are some of the things that you would let them know to encourage them in their future endeavors?
I will say this: get an education.
Mm,
Get an education in the field that you want to go in. You know, um, it's very this industry is very competitive, and you need to know what you are doing. And I mean, it makes a difference. It just does. And it's like, you know, study your craft, be good at what you do. You know what I'm saying? Because it's hard trying to navigate, and keep up, and step out and be different if you're struggling just trying to learn how to use the material. You know what I'm saying? It's going to help you out a lot, and to just take pride in your thing. Take pride in the talent or the gift that you have, or the gift that you want to feed. Take pride in it. Like, you deserve to be the best as you can be. And I think education is key. If you want to get into the industry, I would say, get your legal stuff together.
mhm.
um, um, contracts, whether you're making money or not.
Hmm.
Contracts. Because, like, many a times people will say, well, I'm going to do this for you even though I'm not going to pay you, and then they don't come through with what they say.
Wow.
And then you've put in all of your time, work, and you've given up the money part, to help them, and they're going on and they're doing their thing, and it was a success for them, but your stuff is still not, honored, and that's important, especially if you have a business, I Inspire Productions. If you say you're going to do something for I Inspire Productions, you're going to put it on this website, or you're going to do this or that, I expect it to be done. So contracts is very important. And I guess the third thing would be, um, quality over quantity. And these are just my opinions, but I'm gonna tell you why. To me, it just, I care about my work, and I want it to be the best that it can be. And I will do what I have to do to make it the best, setting myself aside, not being selfish towards my project. I treat my project as if it's a person, as if it's me. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if it means that I have to cut this or I have to cut that, and even though I wrote this part for it and I really love it so much, if it's not working, it has to go. because it's all about the project. And, you know, sometimes you just have to say no, and you have to fight for your project. So, you know, because what I present is, especially in film, you can't change it once it's out there. I mean, you can change it, but you got to bring everybody back, and you know, it's already out there. People have seen it, like, and it's just like quality. Like, take your time and do this, you know. And sometimes it's hard because you see everybody, they can throw out all kinds of stuff and throw out all kinds of projects. Maybe they just got it like that or whatnot. But you know, me, I take my time, and I make sure that this is something that I want to present to the world. So I wouldn't say that that the way that I do things is gospel, because everybody operates in a different way, but those are kind of like the things that I live by, because, you know, I'm successful, but my wallet doesn't look that way right now. So I really can't say this is how you make it.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I'm not ashamed to say that, you know, hey, I'm still, you know, I wouldn't say a struggling filmmaker, but kind of sort of, yeah. So it's all good. You know, we're all learning and whatnot. So that's just how I am. That's
Yes,
just how I am.
yes, ma'am. So where can they find your website to support your social media and all that?
Okay, my website is iinspireproductions.com. So that's two I's, iinspireproductions.com. On Instagram, I'm at I Inspire Prods, I Inspire PRODS. On Facebook, it's I Inspire Productions. And then if you need to, if you can't get in contact me any of those ways, I'm Tomeka So Sassy everywhere. So you can get me like that.
Gotcha. Well, thank you very much, Tomeka, for your time, and you have happy holidays.
Oh, you too. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Bye.
Bye.